Hey guys, lots of little tricks into putting our pieces into our dimension sheets. Sections, there's auxiliary views, there's details, there's BOM lists, and so forth. So let me show you some of those tricks. This is an example of a section, meaning we've taken the stack, we've cut it in half, and now we're looking over here at a half section of this guy right here. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm just going to start by, I'm just going to delete, I'm going to delete this guy. So we can do that. I'm going to delete that guy too, show you how to put that guy in. So go over here to annotate. Just want to put a center mark, because whenever we have a circle we need to have a center mark. So put a center mark in there. And then I'm going to go back to place views, and I'm going to go with a section. First thing I do is I just click on the shape. Then what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm getting in the middle. So see, I have that dotted line, but I want to be below it. So then I draw my line through the middle, and then I go ahead and hit enter or right click, continue. That creates a section. I then pull it over, and there's my section view. These little letters just refer to whatever order you created your sections, details, and so forth. So don't worry so much about these. The scale should be the same scale as you did over here. Okay, moving on. Let's see, the axle peg is the next one I wanted to show you. So over here we had a detail. We had the small view here, which would be really hard to dimension, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to blow it up so we could do dimensions and so forth. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to delete this guy. Detail view, it's right up here under place views. Again, I select this guy, and I select the center of where I want it in a circle. Again, the letter will automatically select based on how many details, sections, and so forth you've done. And I put that guy right there like that. Easy peasy. Let's see, the cow catcher is the next one I wanted to show you. Okay, we have what's called an auxiliary view here. We're going to go more into detail about auxiliary sections, details, and so forth. But how you do this is, again, I'm going to delete this guy. An auxiliary view is when we have a view of a shape, like we have this slanted side here, that doesn't really fully show in a side, a top, bottom, or so forth kind of view. So what we need to do is create an auxiliary view. So I'm going to create the auxiliary here, and then I go over here and again select the shape, and I select one of the lines on that shape. So if I select there, I then can pull it out. There is an auxiliary view. Now you're more than welcome to leave it like that. The way I did it though is I went and selected the lines I didn't want and just turned off the visibility by right clicking on them, and I just really wanted that part there. You don't have to do this, it was fine the way it was, and I'm not going to make you go and so forth. And I would continue to do that. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. Last thing I want to show you is your assembly. Now, in order to do this page, you have to have first created an exploded view, and you do that using over here a presentation. Some of you guys did that with the puzzle cube, where you take it in and you pull things apart. So you have to create that view first. Then once you have that, and I'm just going to delete this guy. Hold view, there we go. Okay, so and I'm going to delete this guy too. Okay, and so I would go base view. I would go find what I'm looking for here. I have my train assembly, the presentation right there. Again, it looks like this. And that's the presentation I created. And I want to change my scale. So I'm going to go 1/2. I'm also going to change the view here. There we go. That looks like a good view. And notice I can see all the parts. That is important. Okay. I did want to have some color to that, so I'm going to put some color back into it. I'm going to just select here. There we go. I just double clicked on that. Once you get this red line, you double click on that, pull that up. Next, I am going to go over here to my annotate, and I'm going to go parts list. And it's called a BOM list or BOM list. That's bill of materials. Essentially, it's just a list of all the parts you're going to use, so somebody who wants to build this knew how many axle pegs to grab, how many wheels, and so forth. So I'm just going to say okay. I'm going to put it up in this corner. Okay. That's fine, and it creates automatically a part list for me, but I need to edit this. So if I double click on it, I can go over here, brings up my part list. I don't need this description. So over here, I'm gonna go column chooser, and here are all the things I could select, and here are the things I have selected. I don't want description, so I'm just gonna hit remove, okie dokie, apply, okay. There you go, and you can go ahead and, you don't need that item so large, you don't need quantity so large, you can play with it all you want. Then I'm gonna create a balloon, and that's going to detail out the parts. For example, right there, and I'm just gonna click there, like that. So part 6, the train stack, now I can see the balloon. Same for like the wheels. Double click and put it in there. Now part 2, wheels. Now I wouldn't do wheel again, I'd only do wheel once. You don't need to do it 4 times, just do it the one time. Axle peg, same thing, just do it the one time. And make sure you're not crossing these leader lines, but you want it, and make sure it looks clean and nice, and then you can easily do that, and you would finish up. Okay guys, good luck, enjoy.